Hello, it's Captain Cairo here, and you know, when I was growing up I always wanted to be like Johnny Bravo. The fact that he didn't train half of his body didn't even occur to me, and then when I grew up I saw Tom Platz and I was like, what the heck is happening here? That's not even human. And if Avengers taught me anything in my life, it's that all things should be balanced, and that even Rick and Morty, they did train their upper bodies, but they did also train their lower bodies, which was really shocking to me because for half the time I was training I never did that. So we're gonna talk about squat variations today. And we're going to start out with the conventional squat. Now, there's not a lot to talk about when it comes to the conventional squat. All you have to keep in mind is stay a little bit wider than shoulder width apart and go down at least parallel. If you can go booty to grass, then you can do that. If you can't and you don't have the control over your lower back, then you probably shouldn't. Just go as low as parallel. If you don't go low enough, you're gonna hurt your knee, so keep that in mind. This is very important. Most people don't actually hit parallel when they do squats. Moving on to number 2, which are front squats. Now, I usually don't like doing front squats, but they do change how your legs are being stressed, so you can actually use that to change it up a little bit once you get tired of doing back squats or doing the other squat variations that I'm going to be showing you. It's the same, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, go lower or as low as parallel. Be sure to keep your back straight as if you were doing a deadlift. Just keep it as tight as possible. Now be sure not to hurt your shoulders when you're using a lot of weight here. Since I never use a lot of weight because I'm too weak, I can't really hurt my shoulders. Moving on to the next one, we open our legs a little bit farther apart and we sit down to each side. One side, other side. Now this one needs a little bit more mobility, and you're going to start out with a little bit lower weight, because if you do this wrong, you're going to rupture your inner thighs and you're going to be laying there crying like a baby. So keep that in mind. Don't use too much weight if you're just starting to learn this movement, but it's very important and you can really put this into your training to help your legs expand and explode in size. Just look at my legs, they look fucking fantastic. Just even those striations, and you can see the quad muscles like interacting and everything. It looks awesome. Anyway, moving on to the next and last one. Now this one is overhead squats. I hate overhead squats, but they're very good in helping you keep your back straight and helping you get that extra mobility that you usually need for squatting. And if you do those long enough, you're going to be able to squat booty to grass, I promise you. Just be careful again not to use too much weight so you don't get an impingement or hurt your shoulders, and just work yourself up to more weight. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, dislike, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Peace out.